From Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Berg and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Taking a look at New York. They've hit a rough spot here early, but still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
And this is the second meeting of 4. And having lost that first one, this one really important. You don't want to dig a hole and allow them to take a mental edge over you.
Yeah, when you face each other a number of times over the course of a year, that becomes its own mini rivalry. So you certainly want to avoid going in an 0-2 hole.
Doris, we've already had a few surprises this season. Some teams really exceeding expectations. Others have kind of gone the other way. What's your take?
You know, it's always a little bit early to tell exactly what kind of team you're going to have, because we've seen this historically. A team races out to maybe a 7-1 start or a 10-1 start, and yet perhaps they come back to the field. The teams that are the youngest seem to have the steepest learning curve. So where are the lottery picks and what impact are those guys having?
So the New York starting 5, they've got Jamal Murray, and it's Robertson at the 5 spot.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets, a high percentage shooter down low.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the New York Knicks. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. The 9-foot shot. Rebound by Murray. Here's New York. Here's Barry. Off target from three-point range. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 to the field to start this one so far. Here's Money. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Kicks it to Henry. New York moving the ball around. Roberts looking for an opening. Here's Barry. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss this afternoon. A shot. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Money's got his second basket of the game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, I did catch up with the head coach of the Knicks. He said the big thing is we cannot play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. We'll see if they can turn the tables around and even up this season series, Kevin. Back to you.
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches till they find one that works.
Well, I agree, because I don't think anything's coming easy for them tonight. They know it's almost impossible to score in bunches against this team. You've got to grind it out.
Teardrop shot. The second effort. A nice shot by Roberts. Roberts got his second basket of the night.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates, really, really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That quarterback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
Henry misses.
And look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up.
It's a beautiful jam.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Heaven, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Pass to Murray. Fires the 3. Drops in the tray. Murray's got 5 now.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with him.
And Knight sends it in.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Here's Murray. He's got 5. Knocks it loose. All alone. Again, the Magic score.
I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Knicks. Trailing by 2. And here they go. Here's Knight. And Knight slams it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Great Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
And Roberts kicks to Murray. Offline with his 3. Magic leading by 4. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they kept the defense off balance. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And so New York calls timeout. Their first. This time they met in New York.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Money.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Here's Knox. Off the left rim and out. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on an 11-3 run.
You know, guys, when you think about Kevin Love, you have to think about all of the attributes he gives you on the offensive end. He's a knockdown shooter, can hit from anywhere on the floor, but he still knows how to go body to body inside and get an easy bucket, and all of that is critical to what they do.
The offensive rebound. Wide open look here for Murray. New York, no good that time either. Magic leading by 9. Money passes to Jones, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. The Magic in 3rd.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Money. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And Love, one of the more versatile players on the offensive end.
Right, Kevin, and it doesn't just end with his shooting and scoring. Kevin Love pressures the glass and will get you extra possessions with great regularity.
Bobbed up there for Love. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Orlando. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out New York, 8.5 games behind them.
Well, I think for New York, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but just give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
So resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Here's Knox. Bangs home the trifecta. Knox has got 5 now.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Orlando moving the ball around. Knight finds Love. Here is Cook. Pass to Jones. Goes up from the top of the key, and he hits the jump shot. Jones has got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Knicks trail by 10. Murray with it. 5 points in the game. Knox misses. To the left wing. Here's Money. And it's Orlando with another.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Murray, the pass to Welsh. Back to Murray. To the middle. Here's Knox. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Love with the bucket.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Not often you see him take that shot. Welsh has got it back down to single digits for the Knicks.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Kicks it out to Love. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Man, hard to believe. Already we're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Boy, they have come out strong. They've controlled the pace, asserted their will. Wow.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes, and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of the game, you have to stay hydrated.
Down low, and the dunk by Love.
And really focus on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Knox, the pass to Porterman. They get a hand on it. Inside, out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before. So it was exciting on a number of levels.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Boy, the opposition has got to feel an avalanche bearing down on them right now. They're wiping them off the floor.
Knox, the pass to Reeves. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Love. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And Knight slams it in.
Getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
It's tipped. Here's Barry. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Barry's it from three-point range.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
The pass to Welsh. No good on that one. Good D by Jones. Here's Money. Oh!
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Here's Reeves. No points in the game yet for him. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Cook's got the ball. Here's Money. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And that's now 25 points for Money.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And again, Orlando running the court in transition, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, of course, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Now here's Lamb. Defense right on him. Chalk up 2 there.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Cook. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
Henry dishes the Lamb. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Cook. Mullen with the defensive effort.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Roberts is checked in for Jonathan Motley. "35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Lamb kicks to Mullen. Pass to Roberts. Now here's Lamb. Pass to Mullen. Romero. He's guarded by Knight. Back to Mullen. Shoots the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And when you protect the rim like they did in that one, it has a tremendous impact.
I don't think there's any question when you're playing that strong a defense, it's going to have an effect on your opponent. And it seemed like they were getting their hands up on the majority of shots.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
In that opening quarter, I don't know that you could ask for much more.
They've been simply outstanding, Greg, and let's see if they can build off this early lead.
And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Cook, Kevin Love out there with Jones, and there's Money. And it's Knight in at the 3 slot. Orlando's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. That bucket in no time at all. Money's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Magic. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Let's now pause and take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Magic.
And their guards have been the difference maker. This lead wouldn't be nearly as big as it is if it wasn't for that backcourt. Those guys have been running wide.
From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Magic from deep.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Well, credit the shooter. It's just great work carving just enough space to get that 3 off in time.
On the wing, Lamb. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Passes it to Money. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Orlando shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And New York making a change here. Murray's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Doris, when you talk about, Coach, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the, the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
And pushing it up, here's New York. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
This is ridiculous. And you remember the last time they missed?
I really can't. They're on fire. Seems like they cannot miss.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Magic shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First one falls for him. And New York making a change here. Quarterman's checked in. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And again, New York turns it over. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And with the defense, one part's your ability, the other.
Yo. What it do? Batman. Nothing, dog. Just chilling. What's up? Alright, go do that, man. Nah, I'm good right now. Let me know. Yeah, I'm watching this movie, dog. Batman. Is it? No, the one with Harvey Two-Face. No, I don't have the name. It's just Batman. Nah, man, hit me up though. Let me know if you need it. No, man. Later.
Though is effort, and that one they showed neither.
No, there's no question, Greg. I thought their defensive intensity was lacking from the outset. It looked like they were just hoping the other team would miss.
Here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learned a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Here's Quarterman. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Henry passes to Quarterman. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. Number one, the Magic.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
The Knicks shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he can't get the first one. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Orlando, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
The pass to Roberts. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Boy, that's how to do it. Just go strong. Don't settle for a jump shot when the defense is flat. Put it nice.
Here's money. Second shot opportunity, and it's Jones laying it in. Jones has got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Well, the pass to Quarterman, and he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now in the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Lobbed up there for Love. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Hey, forget that Love can get up and finish like that. Nicely done.
New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the 7th. Here's Perry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, you know, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective. A nice shot by Knight.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now.
Money passes to Knight. Here's Money. It's deflected. Poked loose. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Cook's got the ball. Here's Money. Back to Cook. Orlando moving the ball around. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Knicks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass to Knox. To the inside. It's stolen by Jones. And he dunks it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The Knicks shooting around 41% on the night. Pass to Knox. Here's Reeves. He's guarded by Knight. Down low.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's Money. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. And the shot goes in.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Reeves. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. The Knicks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Jones sends it back. And now Orlando on the break. And there's Knight. That's good on the assist from Cook. Knight's got 8 points in the quarter.
Listen, he's streaky, but if he gets hot, you've got to run people out of anything you can do to disrupt his rhythm.
Here's Welsh. No good on the triple.
But the edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Reeves the pass to Barry. Passes it to Motley. And there's the pass to Reeves. New York, no good that time either. Orlando's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Jones the pass to Money. Six on the shot clock. Got it. Good job in the low post. Money's got 45 points.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
New York's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Pass to Barry. Pass to Welsh. Here's Knox. Pass to Reeves. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Reeves has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
Here's Money. Second chance shot. Jones finds Love. Here's Money. He has 45 points. To the right side. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
The pass to Barry. Here's Motley. He's guarded by Love. Motley, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Money. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And a tough opening half for him in terms of his free throw shooting.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw. The Knicks shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Yeah, that's just a missed opportunity. Something there just a little off.
Yeah, simply a little bit careless, I think. You can't just throw it up there. You have to time these alley-oops perfectly.
Out tonight, pass to Cook. Passes it to Money. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. The Knicks shooting struggles apparent, 37% from the field. Barry, defended by Jones. And oh, here we go, Knight, nobody back. And yep, another basket that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Mullen up top. Barry passes to Lamb. Kicks it to Mullen. The pass to Barry to stop the run. And Jones pulls it down.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Inside and stolen by Knight. Jumps up. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage of look as you can really get.
And here is Lamb. Pass to Barry. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead, bad time for a miscue.
Well, Greg, that's a huge error. You can't afford to make these kinds of mistakes when you're already playing from behind.
Orlando's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Here's Money, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a face.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Murray outside. Outside, Mullen, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Orlando with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh yeah, we got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room, we got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay, but like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. Now back to the other Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your take?
You had to love the persistence they showed on the offensive boards in the first two quarters. They put everything they had into cleaning that glass. And they came away with a lot of second chance points and a healthy halftime lead to show for it. And they're in a great position right now.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye.
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And with a big gap. recap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Jamal Murray, and it's Robertson at the center position. Pass to Murray. Tipped away and stolen by Knight. To the inside. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Murray outside. Got a piece of it.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
You know, you have to be an absolutely tireless worker to rack up 20-plus boards.
Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. Number one, the Magic.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
The first one falls. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Knicks shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Romero. It's hauled in by the Magic. Love's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Good, he hits again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Some nice passing by New York here. Knight against Murray. Floats one up. The shot will not fall. So Orlando will take it the other way.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Well, there's no doubt this quarter has been all about them. They've come out hot, and they're not showing any signs of letting up.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Money. Lobbed up there for Knight. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
On up the court. And another one. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
The Knicks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. They push it up 4 on 3. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
I think it's obvious, Greg. They want this win. They're showing no let-up in their attack right now.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. Here's the break. Passes to Barry. He kicks it to Roberts. To the middle. Here's Romero, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And that's a foul called on Money. And that'll be his fouls so far. Here's Quarterman. The pass to Knox. To the paint. Here's Quarterman. Here's Knox. Pass to Quarterman. Goes up on the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Jones, no luck.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Here's Quarterman. And the Knicks miss again. The Magic have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Here's Money. That misses off the backboard. A floater, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. The Knicks making a switch here. Welsh is checked in. Here's Reeves on the inbound. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Count that one.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Orlando, they've gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Here's Quarterman. Sinks that one from the post. Quarterman's got his second bucket of the night. Well, Orlando shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field.
Reversed it home. That was ready.
Agreed. The agility on display. For New York, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Pass to Knox. Over Jones. Knox misses. Magic have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Fairly strong. A shot by Knight, no good. The Knicks shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Knox misses. And it's Cook with the ball for Orlando. Orlando moving the ball around. Knight passes to Money. Right side Jones. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
New York's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Knox the pass to Mullen. Here's Knox. He's guarded by Knight. It's stolen by Jones. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. And here's the shot chart as we see how things are going for Knight.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. And he's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for New York. Here's Mullen on target from 13 feet.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Here's Money, and he he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Numbers for him at the line, not good. Not even 50% with only 5 makes. He's off on the second. The Knicks shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Second in scoring, second in rebounding. And he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league. Third overall in field goal percentage.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. New York shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Mullen's shot is off. Well, Orlando shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Another bucket! Wow! 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Passes it to Reeves. Here's Motley. And that's collected by Love. Love's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Oh!
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Reeves. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Here's the pass to Knox. Here's Butler. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Reeves. Banked in off the glass. Reeves has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And Jones with the stop.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Outside Mullen. Rebound by the Magic. Knight's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
Tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Mullen with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball. You know, they continue to feed him the ball, and he keeps delivering. The leading scorer in this one.
To the left side lane. Here's Motley. He's guarded by Love. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Jones, and Jones shoots it in.
And we talk about this a lot. Turnovers leading to transition points.
Right, they're making it easy for the opposition. You can't afford to cough the ball up like that.
Feeds it to Mullen. And another turnover here by New York. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Good, he hits again. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Reeves the pass to Motley. Here's Knox. He's guarded by Love. Knocked away. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. Tristan Thompson, number 1. Second, Kevin Love.
Guys, we're lucky to get to watch 2 of the league's most outstanding rebounders on the same court here today.
Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. Knicks with the rebound. Mullins got 4 rebounds now tonight. 1:04 left to play in the third. Now Lamb. Pass to Motley. Here's Reeves. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Romero, the pass to Mullen. Knocked away. Here's Money. He's covered by Murray.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And Jones pulls it down.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
Murray with it. Sees the alley-oop, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's Orlando able to put on a And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Cook out there with Money. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Jones. And it's Knight in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and done?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
Barry, defended by Jones. Here's Roberts, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Here's Money. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Love grabs the board. And Love's got the ball here for the Magic. Jones finds Knight, and Knight spins it in.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his fourth foul of the contest. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Quarterman, defended by Jones. And they're pushing it up. Finish off the break.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And Jones over to help. Barry passes to Welsh. Here's Quarterman, defended by Jones. And the basket by Quarterman. The Magic have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Jones, another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Passes it to Romero. Puts up a three. Love grabs the board.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Quarterman kicks to Henry. Inside, Romero. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Lobbed up there for Knight.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. The Knicks shooting a pretty low, 34% thus far. Quarterman deciding where to go with it. Pass to Welsh. Here's Quarterman. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. From the arc. Rebound by the Magic. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Cook. And it's denied. And they get it back. And the basket by Jones.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The pass to Welsh. Off target from outside. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Money. And that one is off. So New York will take it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rebound Love.
Yeah, tough for them to bounce back when he's shooting like this. He's been off all period.
Corner shot. Good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced two-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a two-way player, Quinn Cook, who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
The league has gotten right with this. Here's Romero, sinks the three-pointer.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Here's Money. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Barry passes to Quarterman. Basket counts. Quarterman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, the feed puts him in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
Here's Money. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The first free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Lamb. Tight defense on him. And Jones over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Magic with the ball. The Magic shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Jones tips it back in. Jones has got 12 points in just the second half.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Quarterman, no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. No good on the free throw. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The Knicks shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Pass to Quarterman. Wide open look. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Quarterman's got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, hats off to him for making that one. You can't find a much tougher shot than that.
Money passes to Love. Drills the baseline jumper. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 25 rebounds. For New York, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Quarterman kicks to Motley. To the inside. And the basket by Quarterman.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Quarterman's gone 6 of 10 shooting tonight from the field. Out tonight. The feed now to Love. Robinson with the block. Here's Quarterman. Passes it to Mullen. No good with the triple.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
New York moving it around. Here's the 40. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Maurice checked in for New York. Mullen passes to Murray. Outside Mullen. Looking to get back on track here. Second chance effort, and it's Robinson with the bucket inside.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And for the Magic, they're shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Money. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the first one. He's off on the second. New York's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Again, what an avalanche!
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. GA, I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on right now. they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Inside. Deflects the pass. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Money.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. .151 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Lamb, guarded closely. Knight against Murray. Pass to Motley. Cloak loose.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Orlando.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Money.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
104 left in the fourth quarter.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. New York's got some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Murray. Knight grabs the board. And so Knight will bring it up for the Magic. And that one is hammered home.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
To the middle, 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Money. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Outside Mullen. Down low. And the layup's good off the glass.
I love to see them pound it inside like that, not settling for the perimeter shot.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Popped up there for Love. Another possession, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Here's Mullen. Love grabs the board. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. You guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
You know, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.